Well, yesterday after the sketches I put up, I got a lot of messages asking me if I could draw anything other than real life, cartoons, what have you. So I figured everybody knows the Disney characters, classic ones, and all the new movies coming out. So I figured I'd draw something just to show the would-be artists some techniques, stuff I've been doing for years. There's a movie out, actually there's about 2 or 3 of them now, called The Lion King. Pretty sure you're familiar with it. And one of the most notorious villains from Lion King is Scar. So I'm going to show you how to draw Scar today. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to just start with a simple circle. Keep it light, keep it area, okay? What you want to do is you want to throw the line of motion between the face to show exactly where you're going to be at. Okay, from that point. And then from right after that, again, you just go through your circle and call it good. Then you're going to go to the next step, and you're going to start laying out the foundation of where you're going to want everything to be at. Okay, this is the cheeks and the eyes, the hairline, and what have you. Okay. Real simple, real light, it's real easy. It's like architecture. Before they build anything, first thing you're going to do is lay out a plan. They're not just going to go at it, so it's kind of the same thing. You got to know what you're building, you got to know what you're going to try to accomplish, and if you're going to change anything in between. So now that you got kind of the foundation laid out, you can throw yourself there and know exactly what you're going to do next. Okay. What you do right after that is entirely up to you, but at least you have some type of solid ground for exactly what you're trying to accomplish. Now what you want to do after that is you want to tighten everything. And keep in mind, this is just a sketch. You follow the same things when you're going to do a clean line, but this is just a sketch to keep everything solid. And because of the under drawing, you already know exactly where you're going to go and what you're going to do. Same thing here. Eyebrow. One of the biggest things with animation is the continued use of expression through either cartoons or just humanizing animals, is what they say. But it's fairly easy. It just takes a lot of practice, a lot of patience, and by this time, once you get everything, it's a continued practice. If your heart's in the drawing, then everything should be good, and you should really follow through with it. If it's something that you love to do, go for it. Go to school. If you know anybody that likes to do it, keep it simple and just encourage them to go. Okay, real simple. Just you laid out that foundation already, so now you already know more or less what you're gonna do. And it's not hard. I mean, if you've seen lines before, you can kind of figure out more or less what you're drawing. But like I said, the only thing that's different is you're humanizing it. So you're adding some expression to it, stuff that you wouldn't really see out in the real animal kingdom. Okay, just keep in mind you get that natural hair look. Okay, throwing the chin down, okay, because we've already laid out the foundation of everything. Okay. Darken the scene a little bit, your little character. Okay, so you got that part down so far, okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to draw the side of his face. Okay? And just keep in mind that everything that you laid out before, you're just basically following. You're just, because this is a sketch, it's a lot easier to just throw a couple lines here and there and make it easier for what you want to do. See, earlier we had the point right here, so now we know that we're going to go for the point this way, and then we're just going to wrap around the hairline from here. But you got to keep in mind this is a lion, not a human. So the main point of the line is, like I said, you got to show the exact features of what you're going to draw. Okay? Then you're going to come out there, come out to this point of the face, go out here, okay, and just make some, the sides of the cheek, the hair, and what have you. And keep in mind, I've been doing this for years, and none of my drawings actually looked quite like this when I first started, but just like anything, it takes practice, encouragement, non-stop give and take of what you're going to put into it. It's like that old saying, you're going to get out of it what you put into it, and especially with art. Especially with art, that's so true. There's a lot of, there's, of course there's a lot of things open for debate, but one of the most things, in my opinion, is you could draw once, doesn't mean you're an artist. You could draw thousands and thousands and thousands of years and still not call yourself an artist. Something that you got to do on a daily basis. Your heart's got to be into it, and you got to love what you're doing, and it's got to mean everything to you. If you want to go to school for it, you want to work somewhere having to do the same stuff, you could, it's amazing the possibilities that you can do. Anybody that does it and just can't really get a hold of right materials for it, just help them out. If you're into it and you don't think you're good enough, trust me, all you got to do is practice and you'll be good enough. That's all it takes. Okay, so basically, right here, you have Scar, okay, from the Lion King. And what you want to do now is you want to focus on the areas that are going to be the main focal point to the picture. And in this case, the focal point meaning the center thing that's going to capture your eye, the life of any drawing, is the eyes. Okay? Now, with the 3 layers of everything that you've been able to put down, you can go over it. And sharpen up your sketch a little bit, so you get the feeling for it, so that way if you decide, and this is totally up to you, if you decide to make a cleaner drawing, you already laid out a foundation, and you know exactly what it takes, what it requires, and what you need to do. So we had this earlier. See, because the foundation's there, it's real simple to do. Practice, practice, practice. That's the only thing I can stress enough. There's an old saying that says, use my hand, you gotta crawl before you walk, you gotta walk before you run. The same thing holds true in art. Now, of course, through the interest of time, I'm not taking my time on a solid drawing, but what I am doing is just showing you some steps, foundation, a couple of colors you can use to lay out some things here and there. Okay, now we're working on the hair here again, and you'll notice as time goes on and the more you practice, you'll get better. And the parts you mess up on will become the key elements to your drawing, because that's what's going to make it stronger. And once you figure your strengths and your weaknesses, just like life, in my opinion, you get rid of what doesn't work for you. You change what doesn't work for you. Excuse me. You change what doesn't work for you. And if you continue to try after that, then you should be good. And then if you, for whatever reason, don't like what you've changed, just get rid of it. Focus on what does work. And you will find that the key to everything when it comes to animation, or even just drawing, just simply drawing, even if you don't want to make your cartoons move, okay? It's making everything according to. And by that I mean is following exactly what you plan on doing. There ain't nothing to it but to do it. Sit in the chair and you practice. Now, one of the key things here is just add a little dimension to it. Some red in his mouth if you want. Now, one of Scar's main features is his, of course, scar. So some red out there. You know, if you want to put some in his eyes or whatever, you know, little shade here and there. And what you want to do is, just to get a quick highlight of it, what you want to do is throw some whiskers out, because of course he is a cat, a lion. Excuse my hand. Go over that. Get your darker area. You know, there's the whiskers, so it's not really anything definitive. And you just got to make the little, after that, you can touch your sketch up with a little detail here and there. There. Remember, it's all about the expression. You can make your animals look mean. If you can make, well, I mean, assuming that that's all you're doing is animals, but you can make them look mean. You can make them look happy. It's all expression, expression, expression. Then what you do is, you know what I do is anyway, start from the bottom. Then you work your way from shading area. Just color it in there. And you just follow it through the hairline. Again, I've been doing this for years, and you know, I can pretty much draw anything. I mean, like I said, I wasn't always in tune with skills on animation or drawing or anything, but it's very important that if this is something that you want to get into, learn every day, read everything that you can, and now with computers being the way that they are, look up as much as you can, and you'll be good. Practice, practice. Can't stress that enough. And there, back this up here a little bit. There is your sketch of scar. Gonna lay it out, and there you go. Good luck.